This can have the desired behaviour achieved and for students to be in a mindset to understand that the classroom is a space of learning and concentration. Skinner's behavioural approach on motivation can also be applied to my future teaching. This theory promotes the use of punishments and rewards. From feedback, my supervising teacher asked me to develop a behavioural management plan. She suggested strategies could include seating plans and lunchtime detentions. By enforcing these as type of punishments, this could help students know their consequences if they behave in a certain way. Rewarding those students who adhere to my instructions could be a form of motivation. When teachers consistently reinforce certain behaviours, students eventually develop habits and tendencies to act in specific ways. In my lesson, I had failed to punish those students who were not listening to my instructions, or reward those who were ready to learn. I should acknowledge those who are trying to learn to ensure they feel accepted and enhance their motivation. The PowerPoint that I presented was an example for visual learners to understand the content presented to them. However, some students were disengaged and weren't looking at the PowerPoint at all. The classroom had a range of different types of learners, such as visual and auditory. According to Standard 1.5 from the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers, knowledge and understanding of strategies for differentiating teaching to meet the specific learning needs of students across a full range of abilities, I need to consider this standard and all my students and how they learn. The professional standards makes explicit that it no longer accepts classrooms to plan and functions as a one-size-fits-all model. To react to this, I should print out in future PowerPoint slides and hand them to students in addition to the visual presentation. I could also ask students to volunteer to help read out the slides to increase their engagement and participation in the lesson. I didn't set specific instructions or check on their work. An area of improvement to this is to provide scaffolding. I could break the task down into smaller parts and explain one part first, then have the students complete the part before moving on. This would allow me to guide the students, check their standard of work, and provide feedback. Lastly, I didn't provide the opportunity for students to reflect individually on their learning or sum up the lesson. A great reflection activity I could use is the 3-2-1 reflect. This creates a structure for students to summarise their learning and for teachers to have the opportunity to identify areas that need reteaching, as well as areas of student interest.